Yes, Vijay.
So what is the other function we need to discuss it?
I think we discussed till find, search.
Okay, so we are discussing about lower mid also we discuss it, right? Mid function also we discuss it.
Yes.
See here, that means what is mid function will do? It will extract the part of the string, right? That it is called as mid function. Okay. Next one is replace. Replace is nothing but that means from the existing value to you want to that means it will be replaced with a new value. That means from the existing value to the new value, if you want to place it, that we can call it as replace. That means in the transform data also we discussed about the replace, right? Okay, that it is different and this is different, but in a column whichever from which value you want to split it, okay, in the existing value from which part you want to replace that value, new value, which part you want to replace with the new value. For that you have to use a function called replace. Okay, replace means in the name itself it is there. That means the part of the that means in the existing part existing string itself, the part of the thing new value will be replaced, right? So that's it. Let's see practically. Replace, see here, in the replace first it is asking old value. Okay, old text. That means suppose for example here you need to pass the column name. Okay, that means suppose I'm passing upper column. What is that? Upper column. So in upper column, in place of colon, I want to replace it to another value. For that, okay, where the colon value is there in the upper column, in which position it is there? In second position. Okay, in that particular upper column, in each and every second position is colon value, right? So that's the reason 2 comma, that means from where you can start it, second position. Okay, how many number of characters you want to replace it? Okay, that means in how many number of characters you want it, only one character. That means in the column means only one character, right? Okay, so that's the reason I'm reading 2 comma 1. Okay, in place of 2 comma 1, what value I need to replace? That means what new value I need to replace it, that new value you need to give it here. That means in the double quotes you have to give whatever new value is there, that you need to give. Suppose my new value is, suppose at the rate. That means, so what is the output of this particular one, Swagat?
Yes, Vijay.
So here, so after replacing that particular at the rate, then what is the output it is getting?
Uh, ఈ కాలంలోనా
Yeah.
ఎట్ ద రేట్ వస్తుంది.
See, what will happen here it is in replace function, whatever column we are mentioning, can you please put on a mute?
Hi, good evening, Vijay.
Okay. So in upper column, okay. So second character onwards, in upper column, what is the second character value is there? So that value, from that value to how many number of characters? One character. That means second character only. Okay. That means in the upper column, whatever the second character is there, in place of second character, I want to replace it this value. Then what will happen? A at the rate FF, B at the rate BB, C at the rate XY, D at the rate DD. Like that it will be displayed. Understand or not? See here, this is how it will be replaced. Understand? Okay. Replace is nothing but what will happen is from which part of the string you want to replace it, that with the replace function, by using replace function, we can calculate, right? Okay. So the first you have to give the column name, comma. So from which character you want
Vijay,
to,
one ఎందుకు ఇచ్చాం విజయ్?
not only one, you can give n number of characters here. Yes.
వన్ ఎందుకు ఇచ్చాం ఇక్కడ? 2 కామా అంటే 2 అంటే సెకండ్ ప్లేస్ లో అని, బట్ 1
How many number of characters?
అచ్చా.
How
సెకండ్
many
పొజిషన్ లో ఫస్ట్ క్యారెక్టర్ అనా?
second position nundi, that means from second position to how many number of characters?
ఓకే.
Suppose if I'm giving one, that means second position character onwards, one character only I need to replace it. That means
Achha.
what is
Got
the
it.
second position character is colon.
సెమికోలన్.
How many number of only one, right? That means
One.
second position character it will be replaced. Suppose if I'm giving two, then what will happen? From the second position character onwards up to two characters. Okay, what is the up to two characters means? Colon F, colon B, colon X, colon D, colon C, like that. Understand or not? So in place of those two, it will be replaced with a new value like this. That means what value it will comes? A at the rate F, B at the rate B, C at the rate Y, D at the rate D, E at the rate C, like this it will comes. Understand or not? Is it clear? Okay, next one is repeat. That means repeat is nothing but the same value it will if you want to repeat multiple times. Okay, by using repeat function we can generate it. Okay, you have to use by using repeat function. So in repeat, first you have to give the column name. What is the column name here? Mid column. Okay, suppose if it is a mid column is there, the mid column value, each value we need to repeat 2 times or something. You have to give the numeric value here itself, 2 3 4 like that. So if I'm giving 3 means, that means in each and every cell, what is the mid value is there? In that mid value, each value will repeat 3 times. Here you are giving 3 times, right? In each and every cell, the same value will be repeated 3 times in the same cell itself, and it will show the result like this. See here. Okay, see here, 201 201 201. See here, how many times the same value is repeating? 3 times in the same cell itself, 3 times it is repeating. Understand clearly? This is how it will works. One second. So first of all, I need to save it and reopen it again because it is not in arranging mode proper way. Okay, see here, go to this particular column. Okay, this is about the repeat. Okay, in repeat, again, okay, next function is okay. Next function is after completing repeat. Okay, what is the next function? Write. Write we already discussed it. That means from the right side onwards, how many number of characters you want to extract it, we can use this write function. Okay. Next we need to discuss about search. Search is also we already completed. Okay. Find and search functions we already discussed it. Next one is substitute. Substitute is similar like a replace function, but the syntax is different. That's it. Remaining all are same itself. Suppose, for example, in substitute, what it will happen is here, first you need to pass the column name. Okay, replace column. In the replace column, okay, what value you need to replace it, that value you need to give it here, comma, and here in place of at the rate, I need to replace it with what value you need to replace it. In place of at the rate, what value you need to replace it, that value you need to give. Suppose dollar. Okay, so that means what it will happen here itself, that means in that particular replace column, in place of at the rate, okay, it will be replaced with dollar. Okay, dollar symbol. See here, see here, that means after replacing to that particular value, then now you can see the value how it will be there. That means in this replace column, okay, in this replace column, instead of at the rate, so in place of replace column, wherever the at the rate is there, in place of at the rate, it will be replaced with dollar symbol. Okay, understand clearly or not? This is about substitute. Next one is trim. What is trim function will do? That means a trim function will remove the spaces. And we already discussed about the trim option in transform data, right? What trim option will do in transform data? That means before starting of the character, if there is any spaces are there, that it will be removed. Or else after end of the characters, if there is any spaces are there, those it will be removed. If there is in between words, if there is any spaces are there, those won't be removed. Okay, suppose for example, power space bi is there. That means in between words, if there is any spaces are there, that won't be removed, right? Before starting of the character, that means before power, that means before p, if there is any spaces are there. After end of the character, that means after I, if there is any spaces are there, those only it will be removed. Okay, suppose for example, in trim function, you just need to pass the column name. That's it. You just need to pass the column name. Suppose So here you can pass a column name or you can give the static value also. Suppose, for example, in the static value in the double quotes, suppose if I'm giving power BI, okay, power space BI. See here, in between word spaces won't be removed. See here, between power and BI, there is spaces won't be removed. But if it is a space before P, the before starting of the character, if there is any spaces are there, before P if there is any spaces are there, after I if there is any spaces are there, those only it will be removed. Those only it will be removed. See here, click on enter button. Then you cannot see here, before P whatever space is there, definitely it will be removed. After I, if there is any spaces are there, so see here, before P is there any space value is there? No, because after applying this trim function, then automatically before starting character and after end of the character, if there is any spaces are there, those it will remove. Not in between word spaces won't be removed. Remember this point. Understand clearly? Okay. Next one is upper. Upper you already know, right? So any value it will be converted into uppercase means you have to use a function called upper. Okay. If you want to convert the small letters to capital letters, you have to use upper function. We already discussed about upper and lower, right? See here, this is upper. Okay, like this. Next one is value. Value is nothing but if your numeric value, or decimal value, okay, if your numeric value or decimal value is there in the text data type, okay, if the numeric value or decimal value if it is in text data type, okay, so if it is in text data type, then for text data type value to the numeric, okay, suppose see here find column is there. The find column, what is the data type here? Whole number. Suppose if this find column is in text, that means character data type. I'm converting. After that, see here, this find column is in text data type. If it is in text data type, by using value function, we can convert the text data type numeric value to numeric value or decimal value. See, I'm passing format currency. Understand? So here format currency column is we are taking as text data type. Okay. So in value function, if you pass numeric value or decimal related column, if it is in text data type, then only we have to use this function. If the numeric or decimal column is in text data type, if you want to convert that particular data type, that particular text data type to decimal related data type, then we have to use a function called value. Understand? Enter, click on enter button, then see here, and now the after applying the value function, the data type of the column is in decimal number. Understand or not? This is how it will works. Okay, so this is how the text functions will works. Okay, this is about the complete category of text functions. Once it is completed, we need to discuss about category wise important functions. So for aggregation functions, these are the important functions. Okay, and aggregation functions are completed, and datetime functions are also completed. In the datetime function, these are the important functions. Next one is text functions. In the text function, these are the important functions. Okay, next one is logical functions. What is that? Logical functions. Okay, in logical functions, okay, understand, in text function, these are the important functions. Just you need to prepare these functions. That's it. Okay, next one is logical functions. In logical functions, these are the things we need to cover it. Okay, so for logical functions, what are the other functions are there? Let's see here. Here in logical functions, so before first function we need to discuss about if condition. Okay, if and switch. Okay, if and switch are logical functions. That means what is a logical function? That means based on the condition we need to generate an output. Okay, based on the condition we need to generate output. So Swagat, can you please tell me, for based on the condition, so if you want to generate an output in transform data, what option we used it? Huh? Ravi, are you there? Yeah. Based on the condition, if you want to generate an output, then what options we use it in transform data? Or tell me, man. In transform data, what option it is there? See, we have an option called conditional column. Okay, so based on the conditional column in transform data, in add column tab, you will see conditional column, right? But what conditional column will do? Based on the condition, it will generate an output, right? Same here also. If and switch are doing the same operations. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. Okay, in if condition. Okay, so in if in if condition. Okay, in if condition, so you have to write a condition here itself. That means here you can write the logical test. Logical test is nothing but writing a condition here itself. Okay, writing a condition here itself. Suppose for example, okay, suppose for example, what is that? Format extract column is there, right? So inside of this if condition, so format extract, right, column is there. First you have to write the condition. For that, first you have to pass the column name, and after that, after writing a column name, you have to use an operator. What is that operator? You have to use it. For this particular one, what operator you have to use it? Suppose there are different operators are there, right? Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to. Okay, and there are like this, there are different operators are there, right? Based on your purpose, whatever operator you want, you can use. For I'm using is equal to operator. After writing an operator, you have to give the value of that particular one. That means, suppose, for example, I'm giving 2015. See here in the format column. In the format column, what is the format column? Data type it is. Format column data type it is text. So that's the reason while I'm giving if condition, I'm giving the value because 2015 it is a numeric value, right? If it is a numeric value, directly we can give it. After using an operator directly, numeric or decimal value directly you can give it. No need to give in the double quotes itself. But these values, numeric values, are in text data type. If it is in text data type, how you need to mention it? For character and date related values, we have to mention in the double quotes, right? So you have to mention. That's the reason I'm mentioning here as in the double quotes itself. So comma. Once the condition, that means once the logical test part is completed, that means column name, operator, and value you are given. Okay, if this is done, okay, if this is done, then for this particular in the format underscore extract column, wherever the 2015 value is there, okay, for those what value you want to generate it. That means I want to generate it as true. Okay, I want to generate it as true. Okay, next one. Suppose if 2015 is there, then what value it will generate? True. If 2015 is not there, wherever in that particular column, so that means in few of the cells only 2015 will be there. Remaining cell, it different value will be there. For different value, what value will be generated? What output we need to, suppose I'm giving as false. Okay, I'm giving as false. That means what will happen here in a format column, wherever the 2015 value is there, in place of those values, it returns true. Okay, so other than 2015, it returns false value. Understand clearly or not? Okay, see, that means, see here, it is written false, false, true, false, false, because this 2015 value is there in this place, right? That's the reason in the new column, if we'll create, always it will create a new column. In this new column, wherever the 2015 is there in the format underscore extract, for those it will returns true. For remaining values, okay, for those it returns false itself. Okay, understand this if logical, if condition related thing. This is if is nothing but a logical functions. If is nothing but a logical operator, and switch is also a logical operator. Okay, so in this if condition, you can write the column name here and is equal to value. First, you after column name you have must and should, you need to give the operator is equal to, not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, like that you need to give it here. And after that, so if this is true, then this true statement will return. In if condition, wherever this condition is true, okay, in that particular column, wherever the condition is true, for that this statement, first statement will return. This is a first statement. That means this we can call it as true statement. True statement will return. In which cases this condition is fails, for those this statement will return. This we can call it as false statement. Understand? So that means in if condition, we can return two statements only. That means either true statement or false statement. We can return it. Okay, we can return either true statement or false statement. Understand? That means, and one more important point here it is, in if or switch, in both, okay, whatever the statement you are in the first state, in the true statement, whatever, that means which data type value you are returning, the same data type you need to return for false statement also. Understand what I am saying? That means suppose you are returning character statement here. Okay, here if I'm passing a numeric return statement, suppose I'm giving 1. That means in the true statement it is a character related data type. Okay, the return statement is character related. In the false statement, what is that one? Numeric related data type. Okay, it will returns. Okay, then in Power BI, in if or switch, okay, it will returns a that means it will throws an error, because see, in if or switch, whatever the return statements are there, all the return statements must and should be in the same data type. That means in the first return statement, what data type you are giving, the same data type value you need to give in the returns in the next statement also. Understand? In the false statement also, you need to give the same. Understand clearly? Anyone having any doubts? So if you in the return statements, if you give the different data type value, then immediately it will throw an error. See here I'm giving character related. Here I'm giving numeric related value. Whenever I'm giving a numeric related value, immediately it will throw an error. Okay, because the return statement must and should be in the same data type. Here in logical test, see, either you can check with the conditions like with the character related or numeric related, whatever you want to write it, you can write it in the logical test. But in the written statement, must and should be in the same data type only. Understand or not?
Yes, we can.
See here, whenever both the written statements, if it is in the same data type, then without having any error, the values are written. Okay. But in the logical test, one condition you can write it with the character, one condition you can write it with the numeric related value, you can write it. Understand? So in logical test, not only writing one condition, okay, this complete, we can call it as this complete logical text, we can call it as expression. What is this? Expression or condition. Okay, this we can call it as condition. That means whenever we are using column name, operator and value, this particular part we can call it as expression or condition. Okay, so in logical test, we can write n number of logical test. Okay, so if you want, suppose for example, I want to write with a different logical text. So see here, so in between the logical test, you have to use an operator called AND operator or OR operator. Okay, what is AND and what is OR? Let's see. For AND, how you can write an AND operator means either you can write a double ampersand. Okay, for AND you have to write a double ampersand. After writing a double amp, that means in between the conditions, must and should you have to use operator, either AND operator or OR operator. For AND, you have to write double ampersand. Double ampersand is nothing but AND operator. After AND operator, what you need to write it here, it is another condition. That means suppose, for example, length column. Okay. So in format underscore extract column is equal to 15 and length is equal to, wherever the length is there, length is equal to 4. That means see here in one condition I'm writing character related. In one condition I'm writing here as numeric related. Check, right? Numeric related condition I'm writing. That means in the logical test, you can write with the different data type conditions. But in the written statement, must and should be in the same data type. Okay, so here, see here, that means wherever, that means in AND operator, how these conditions will work is in AND operator, if both the conditions are satisfied, okay, that means in all the, if all the conditions are satisfied, then only true statement will return. This true statement means this statement will return. Understand? If any one condition fails means the false statement will execute. Understand? AND operator, AND operator. AND operator means what operator you have to use? Ampersand, double ampersand. Double ampersand is nothing but AND operator. In AND operator, so if both the conditions, that means not only both, if all the conditions are satisfied, then only true statement will return. Otherwise, false statement will return. If any condition will, if any one condition fails it, then immediately false statement will return. That means if all the conditions are satisfied, or then only true statement will return. Otherwise, false statement will return. Let's see with practical. That means in the format underscore extract 2015 value is there, right? In format underscore extract, if it is 2015 value, so in the format underscore extract, where is the 2015 value? This here it is there, right? Okay, in the same row, the other condition is there, right? Which column it is? Length. Okay, in the same row, whether length is equal to 4 is there or not, we need to check it. Okay, if that in the same row itself, that means in another column, the same row. Okay, in the same row itself, not only this one, wherever the 2015 rows are there, in those rows, if it is 4, if length is equal to the another column, length is equal to 4. Okay, wherever it is there, that means if extract is equal in extract column 2015 value, as well as length is equal to 4 value. So wherever those values are there, it returns true statement. Otherwise it returns false statement. Can anyone tell me what is the output for this particular one? Ravi, can you please tell me what is the output it will return?
2019 is false, 2018 false, 2015 is true, 2020 is false, 2014 was false.
Very good.
Is it correct?
Yeah. Okay. Understand or not?
Yes, understand, Vijay. Yes, clear.
Because why your only 2015 only value it is true?
Extract value is given 2015. So in that 4 values, length is 4.
And see, in that same row itself, length is equal to 4 is there or not? You need to check it.
Yeah.
If suppose I'm giving 5. Okay. Suppose here I am giving 5. Then what values it will return?
Here everyone is false. Result will come false.
Sorry?
Length is 4 given.
So
but
no. I'm asking if I'm length is equal to 5, then what is the output I'm asking?
False.
All are false or what here?
All are false.
Yeah, that's it. Understand clearly?
Yes, clear, Vijay.
Okay, this
Yes.
is about if. Okay, so you know how to write an AND operator. That means like this in logical test, you can write n number of conditions by using double ampersand AND operator. By using AND operator, you can write n number of conditions. In between the condition, must and should, you need to use either AND operator or OR operator. Understand or not?
Yes,
Is
understood,
it
Vijay.
clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Next one is OR operator. For OR operator, again, in between the condition, you have to use OR operator also. If it is OR operator, how can I write OR operator? Means two pipe symbols. Pipe symbols means shift plus above the enter button. Two times you need to click on. Shift plus above the enter button. Okay, then the two pipe symbols will comes it. Okay, so that means it is treated as OR operator. In OR operator, if any one condition is satisfied, then true statement will return. If both the conditions are failed, then only false statement will return. Understand clearly or not, Ravi? In
Yes,
OR
clear, Vijay.
operator, if any one condition is satisfied, then true statement will return. If all the conditions are failed, then false statement will return. Understand? Then what is the output, Ravi?
Here everyone will come false. Here length is 4, but I have here given 5.
See, once again I will repeat. In OR operator,
Hmm.
if any one condition is satisfied, then true statement will return. Okay. If that means in all the if both the all the conditions are not satisfied, then only false statement will return. Otherwise, true statement only it will return. Then
Yeah,
what is
understand. 2019 is false, 2018 is false, 2015 is true, 2020 false, 2014 also false. Is
very
it
good?
correct, right?
That's it.
Yes.
Because here length case is failed. Length column,
Yeah.
this condition is failed, but format underscore extract will satisfied in one case, right?
Yes, Vijay.
Okay, for this reason, here it will return so true statements, remaining things it will return as a false statement. Understand clearly? This
Yes,
is
clear.
if. Okay, in if condition, either you can use AND operator or OR operator. You have to write multiple conditions and you can return only two statements in if condition, either true statement or false statement only. Okay, now in if condition, not only use for AND operator, what you have to use double ampersand. For OR operator, you have to use two pipe symbols. Okay, not only these functions, AND function, OR function is also there that we can discuss in the next class. That means in tomorrow's class that we can discuss it. Okay, so you have any doubts in this particular one?
No, Vijay.
Okay, is it clear or not?
క్లియర్. అది 2 పైప్స్ అన్నారు కదా, అది ఎలా ఒకసారి చెప్తారా? షిఫ్ట్ ప్లస్ ఎంటర్ చేయాలా?
Yeah, that means that is OR operator. Shift plus above the enter button. Two times you need to click on. Shift
ఓకే, ఓకే.
plus above the enter button.
ఓకే విజయ్.
Understand clearly?
ఎస్, అండర్స్టాండ్.